54 head of the mesh burgers. Guys, right off the wheat. Good feeding boys right there. Hey, at 25. Yeah, 25. And 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 5 here. 5 here. 25. 888. And 25. Yeah, 25. And 25, 25, 21. And 21, 2, 3. And 23. And 23, 53. And 4 here. 5 here. 600. And 6, 7, and 7, 7, 7, 8 here. 9. And 30, 30, 30. And 31 here. 2. And 31, 2, 3. And 33, 33, 33. And 4 here. 34. And now 5. Yeah, 35. And 35, 30, half 5, and 35, 35, 50, 35, 50, and 35 and a half, 600, and 36 and a half here, half 7, and 37, 7 here, going to be 7, $8, and 37 away, going to be 9, 39, 40, and 40, 39, 40, 40, 40, not 1, and 41, 41, 41, 41, 2, 3, and 43, 53, and 42, 53, and 43 and a half here, 43 and a half, 4, and 44 and a half here, 5, and 45 and a half here, 600, and 46 and a half here, 46 and a half, and 46 and a half here, 46 and a half here, Kyle, 346, 8. Hey, here's Michael's. Mike Trees, be load up, 59. Mesh burger, thank you. You're welcome. Who's sitting next to you, TJ? Yeah, I remember his name. Votes, thank y'all again. See you guys. Mrs. Vote. Sometimes.
Ever seen a 975 that had that kind of gutter left?
Yeah, a while ago. 335 and 35. You go about 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 335 and 335 and 5 here, 5 here, 335 and 35 and 35 and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 31 and 31, 2 and 31, 2, 1, 2, 3 and 32, 33, 32, 33, 32, 3 and 32, 33, 33, 4 here, 4, 5 and 35 here, 600 and 35, 3600, 35, 50 and 35 and a half, 35 and 35 and 35, 50, and 35, 50, get 35 and a half here, going to be 35, going to be 35, going to be 35 and a half. Tub, 335, 95. Mike, thank you. Mike, thanks everybody. Here's Harvey's good load of steers. Be 55 ahead of Harvey's. Should be it. Why's he got to stir? Stir. Stirring. Start with a good one. 325, 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 325 and 25, 25 and 25, 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 27 and a half, and 7, 7 and a half, 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 750, and half, 30, 30, going to be 30, and 2 and a half, and 32 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 1, 3, and 31, 2, and 31, 2, and 3, and 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 4, and 34 here, 4 here, 4 here, going to be 33, and 4, now 5, and 35 here, half 5 and 35 and 5 and a half here 5 going to be 35 50 600 and 36 a pound here 5 and a half 600 and 35 a pound 3600 there 5 and a half 6 and 35 a pound 36 a pound here Tubby 335.50 put him on number 9. Mr. Hogan, thank you, sir. Let's go to Bowie, Texas. Be a load of the ogles of the steers this week. They are cool, aren't they? 332 and a half, and 330, 2 and a half, going to be 32 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 250, and 35, and 35, and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, and 5, 7 and a half, and 37, and 37, and 40, and half, 40, 40, 40, 41, here, 41, here, 2, and 41, 2, 3, and 43, 4, you get 43, and 43, 42, 3, and 43, 43, 43, 3, and 43, 43, 43, Tubby, 342, 9. Ogle. Yeah. Share it. Be a load of these kind of guys right there. They're going to be 63 ahead of the Sherricks, Welch, Oklahoma.
Do something for you.
I do like this kind, guys. Working on the Sherricks. 335 and 35. You go about 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, and 35, and 35, 37, 37, 37, going to be 37, 50, and 37, 40, 40, and then 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 45, 47, 47, 47, 47, 50, and half 50, and half 50, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 5, and 55, you go about 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, and half 5, and 55 here, 5 here, 55, and 55 here, 5 here, Debbie, 352 and a half, 85. Let's go to Seymour, guys. Be a load of these steers. Be the Martin cattle from Seymour. Be higher next week. Yep. Yep. Black's good. Black's right. Bet on black. 325. 25. He 25 and 25, 27 and a half. It's 750. He 27 and a half here. 30 and 30 but 32 and a half. 32 and a half. 5 and 35 and 35 5 here. 4 5 and 35. He 35 and 5 6 here and 35 36 out of 7 and 37 and 7 of 8 here. You give 8 9 and 9 here 9 and 30 and 9 40 and 40 and half on here. 41 2 1 2 and 41 2 41 2 41 2 and 41 2 1 get 2 tub 341 9. You're right there. 125 head of the Howards. Gary Reed.
Yes, sir. Claypool, Oklahoma.
Ringling sounds better.
Ring-a-ling.
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 Is he the man I met here a few weeks ago right before OYE? Steve Howard?
Yeah.
Was that him?
Yeah.
I never did see him down there.
If you ever see him and his son together, I mean, Steve's about 5'5", 5'6", and his boy's probably 6'1" or 2.
Maybe that'll be me and Corbin. Maybe that'll be me and Corbin
You
someday.
and Chachi, yeah.
I don't ever think he's gonna get that big. The 125 head of the Howards are bidding on. Two good big loads. Okay, he was bidding on some cattle earlier. Yeah. Little grazing type cattle.
Yes, sir. Hope it did.
Oh, he does? Maybe he was just moving his hands. Could have been. Yes, sir. Out there, here, 335 and 35 and 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 and 335 and 35, 37 and 37 and 37 and 37 and a half, 40 and 40, 2 and a half here, 5 and 45 and 45, 45, 45, 45, 40, 3 and 3, 4 here, 5, 6 quarter and 47, $8, 47, 40, hey, chicken 9 and 9 here, 50 and 9 here, 50 and half 1 and 51 here, 2. 1 2 1 get 2 1 get 2 51 2 back to you and 52 and 52 another 2 51 2 51 2 52 and 52 1 get 2 Debbie 351 85. Thanks, Steve. Hartman cattle. Down there.
Down there,
Temple.
Temple, Oklahoma. Nice deal.
Okay, split drops of 62. I have 31 in the ring. Outside of 10.
Bud Five. Text me about these steers. It's a neighbor down there. Bud Five.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Or Jimmy Five. All right, guys, we're going to be in Temple Hartman steers. Yep, you're right, Dan. Oh, look alike. Yes, sir. Right there, here, 325. 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 25 and 5 here, 750, and 20, 75, 35, 32 and a half, going to be 250, and 32 and a half, 5 here, 35 and 5 here, 34, and 33, 34 here, 34, 5, and 35, 36 here, 35, 6 here, 36, 7, and 37, 36, 7, now, hey, there, 9, going to be 39, 39, 39, and now 9, 9 here, going to be 38, 9, 40, 40 here, 41 here, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, and 41, and 41 here, here, going to be 41, and 41 here, 1 here, 1 here, Tubby, 349.
Two loads of Larry Finks.
Thank you, Chris. Going to be 2 loads of the Fink Farms down there at Denison. Denison, Texas, I think. Yep. Yep, Denison. Here's some good big crossbred steers. That cattle will get big. George said we ain't got to the good cattle yet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, outside on the next 7.
I do like this man's cattle. They will hang a big carcass.
Johnny, they'll do it in a hurry, too.
I mean to tell you. It won't take long. Is that what you're saying? It won't take long. For 22 and a half, and for 22 and a half and a half here, half here, half here, 21, 2 and a half, and 31, and 21, 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, 21, and 1, and 20 and a half, 1 here, I got 1, and 2, and 3, and 23, and 4 here, 24, and 24, 24, 5, and 25, 25, 25, 5 here, 600, and 25, 26 here, 25, 6 here, 7, and 7 here, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 here, going to be 26, 7, and 7 here, 7 here, 27, and 7 $8 and 27 to 7 to 7 to 7 to 7 to 7 to 7 to 9 and 9 to 9 here 9 here 29 and 28 9 and 29 here 9 here 29 9 here 28 9 and 29 to 9 here 9 here so 328 Tubby 95X yard him out black crippled. Thank you to the Finks guys. Here's Blues. Here's Bills from down at Winters, Texas. Be a potload of these steers. Yeah, little handy weight cattle. Little old handy weight cattle. Yes, sir. Right there, here, 335 and 35. You go about 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, and 37, 50, and 37, and 37, and 37, and 7, and 7, and 7, and 37, 50, 40, and 40, 40, 40, going to be 43, 40, and 2 and a half, going to get 2 and a 5, and 45, 45, 47, and 47, and 47, and 45, 6, 7, and 47, $8, and 47, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, going to be 9, 49, 50, and 350, and 50, 51, here, 1, hand 1, here, 51, 51, 51, 2, and 52, 3, and 52, 3, and now 53, 53, 53, 52, now 3, and 52, 53, 53, 53, 52, now 3, top 352, 85. Thank you, Bill. Critbrink guys right there are going to be several of these steers. Here's Mike and Juanita Critbrink. Mike and the good doctor. Pretty big, ain't they? Yes, they are. Good old, good ground pounders.
I wonder what if he kept them too much. They are nice.
950. 285 and 285 there. Going to be 85 there. Going to be 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, and 90, and 92 and a half, 93, 93, 93, 95, 95, 97, 97, 97, 97, 99, 99, 3, and 99, 3, 1, and now 1 here, 1 here, going to be 301, and 301 here, 1 here, 1 here, going to be 301, and 301 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1. That'd be $3, 99. More to go. Here's Ryan's. Yes, he did. There's half of 83 right there. Ain't that big? 938.
Fuck yeah, boys.
I don't see him. Now we're talking, guys. Ryan Critbrink. Good little white face steers.
Fancy.
332 and a half, and 332 and a half, have a half, good 2 and a half, good 2 and a half, good 2 and a half, 332, 50, and 32 and a half, 32, 50, and 32 and a half, good 2 and a half, here, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 35, and 35, and 35, 37 of hand, 37 of hand, 37 of hand, 37 of hand, 40, and 40, 40, 40, going to get 40, going to be 40, going to be 40 and a half, 40, 40, 40 and a half, 40, and 40, 40, 40, going to get 40, going to be 40 and a half, 40, and a half, 40, going to get 3, 40, going to get 3, 40, going to be 40, going to get 40, going to get 40, going to be 40, going to get 40, going to be 40. Tub, 337 and a half. 9. Thank you, Ryan. Shade Tree, where you been all day?
Teaching Hudson how to run the Jake break. You like this too. Bruce Humphrey, good steers.
Here's Bruce Humphreys, cattle guys from Waurika. Be about 400 steers the next 3 drafts. Bruce, you here? There he is. There he is, sitting right over there.
That is him.
Now we can start the steer sale.
Oh, he's got him in perfect condition.
Perfect condition. Way up's a little better than I've seen lately. You guys want an ideal 800-pound good green steer? Here we go. We got him right here.
Lots of gold left in him too.
They're a little left turn back out. I don't know on what, but we'll find something. Could be. Where's he from? Waurika. Oh, I've talked to him. I remember that. Didn't I work some? Did I have to process some for him? Yeah, I do. I remember that.
Well, they're nice now.
Yes, they are.
He started with a good one.
Bruce, nice stock. $355, 55, 57 and a half, 60, and 2, 62 and a half, 2 and a half, 7 and a half, 70, and 3, 71, and 71, 71, 71, 71, 2, and 72, 73, 72, 73, 2, 3, and 72, good 3, 3, 72, now 3, and 72, good 3, 3, and 2, 3, 72, 73, 4, and 74 here, 73 and a half, 74, and 74 here, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74, and 3 and a half, 4, and 74 here, 74, 74, 74, 74, 74 here, so 373, 50 T, 81, 373, 50. Well, I'm just saying.
Zero break. You need one. Oh, these are nice.
No, I can not.
We're right around 300 of this sort.
Okay, this is split grass is
We got
97.
8 weigh-ins. We'll sell them in one draft. 297 is what we're going to be selling you.
Green as can be.
Bill, you want a gummy?
No, thank you. Juicy Bert.
Okay, outside on the next 37 when you're ready.
Big deal of the day. What, you just love them?
Okay, outside on the next 37 when you're ready.
Walk out, boys. Range away 10.
Yeah, framed away a lot bigger than 920.
Outside on the next 37.
Help! Help! Walk out. Walk out.
Getting bigger.
What's TJ doing? You used to buy 100 like tourniquet. Quality and the condition both.
You ain't right, Pope.
Where you gonna find what? 300 of them at one
Okay,
clip.
outside on the next 36 when you're ready.
What's he saying? You can pass.
Oh, gosh. Big deal of the day, you said, Billy? Here's a big deal, big string steers of the day. You're bidding right around 300 on this consignment.
Get you a big old pen for him. Bruce did a nice job.
Believed I processed some for you, didn't I, Bruce? If I remember that brand now, yep. Good job, Mark. You didn't bring me anything. No, I'm good. Thank you. No. No. Oh. That's it, Lynn? One more after this.
Okay, outside on the next 37 and a good head count.
Big dog eats first, guys. Here you go.
You don't like him, or not much we can do for him.
Money pot 10, boys out there, here, 325 and 25, 25 and 25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750, 27 and a half here, auctions on, 2750, 7 and a half here, I got him at 25, 750, 7 and a half, 30, and a half, 30, but 32 and a half, and 32 and a half, 5, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 here, 35, 7 and a half, and 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 30, 40, and 40, 40, 40, 40, going to be 40, but 40, half 40, and 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and half 40, 40, 40, going to be 40, going to be 40, going to be 40, going to be 47 and a half, $8, 9, and 39, and half 9, half 9, and half 9, going to be 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, going to be 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 40, and 40 and a half, 40, 50, and a half here, 1 here, 1 and a half. 41.50 and 41.2 and 41.2, 42 and a half here, 2 and a half, 42.50 and half 3, 43 and a half, and 43 and a half here, 4 here, 44, going to be 44 and now half, and 44 and a half here, 5 and 45 half here, 50 and 45 and a half, 45 and a half, 600 and 46 here, 46 and 46 here, 46 and a half, and 46 and a half, and a half. 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 here, 47 here, 47 and 47 and 7 7 7 here, 47 here, 47 and 47 and 6 and a half, 7 here, 47 7 7 here, going to be 7 here, going to be 7. Sodom 340, 6 and a half, Hayes 9. We got just a 3 ounce on the nail, 250 pound. I'll go. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 60, 5, 70, 5, and 75, 5 here, 275, and 275 here, 275, 5 here, 275, 5, and 75 here, 5 here, 5 here, sold. 270, and Tone. Bruce, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Bruce.
He wasn't even third. No. Go back a minute, please. 929, 346. Okay. 3218. Never been.
Got hint. Here's Ricky Earl.
Here's Chade and Ricky.
It'll be 3 loads of them.
Going to be 3 pot loads of these steers, guys. Be 190. Chade and Ricky Earl sitting up here with us.
Right off the wheat.
Nothing but wheat out there in Hinton.
The right kind, too, now.
George was right. Said we ain't seen the good cattle yet.
Okay, there's going to be a split draft of 190. I have 47 in the ring. Outside.
Yeah.
Okay, count them all.
There's Chaden right there. There's Ricky Earl sitting over there by Elmo. Chayton, to bring your sticks? You playing tonight? Not tonight. Yeah.
Nice rig here now. Take a look.
Straight to the Legion? Huh? Oh, golden tea. Oh, if it starts raining? Golden tea, yeah. I'll take my phone, drop it off at the golf course, and go to. Is it? Got one more. One more coming in.
Yeah, I said on the next 48.
$2,100 left in. After this will be 1,900.
Pretty nice.
Paula used to keep track. She'd count to 1,900 all the way to, we got 30 left. She'd just, mindset that she'd start a list and just start having it on her own. Get something for you, betcha, right there, here now. 50 down 2.5, at 52.50, at 50, 2.5, go to 2.5, go to 2.5, go to 2.5, go to 2.5, 50 pound, at 50 pound, at 50 pound, at 50 pound, here, 51, here, 51, 51, 50 pound, at 51 2, at 52, at 52, 2, 51 2, at 52 3, and now 3, and now 52, 53, now 4, here, 4, 53, 50, at 53 and a half, here, yeah, poke, and 53 and a half, here, 4, and 54, 54, 54, 54, 54, 54, and 54 and a half, here, 4 and a half, 54, 50, and 54 and a half, here, now 5, and 55 and 5, here, 55, and 55, here, 5, 55, and 55, here, 5, here, 5, here, so 354 and a half, Varner, 83. Guys, thank y'all. Say it again. Crooked-headed black. Zero. be. Here's Kenny Bailey's guys. He raised them all. Had them on the short weed out there at Apache. Kenny Bailey's. Yep. 355. 355, 55, 55, 7 55, 57 7 50, 57 and a half, and now 60, and 360, now 60, now 60, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 1, 2, and now 2, 3, 3, and 4, 5, 600, and 67, and 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, and now 9, 70, 70, going to be 71, and 72, 72, 72, 3, and 73, 74, 74, 74, 75, 75, 75, 600, and 75, 76, and 75, 76, 75, 7600, and 75, 76, here 75, now 6, here Tubby, 375 on 75. Be 97 more of the Bailey cattle guys. He raised them all down there in Apache. But on the short weed, he said.
Okay, split draft of 97.
Bailey guys down at Apache. Every one of them be born and raised together. Raised them all. Yep. Three 25 and 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 and 5 here, 5 here, 25 and 25, 25 and 25, 25, 25 and 5 here, 5 and 5 here, 20 have one and $21, 21 and 21 here, 2, 3, 4, 23, 4, 5 and 25, 5 and 5 here, 600 and 45 half 600, 26 and a half here, 7 and 7 and 750 and 7 and a half $8, 8 and a half, 8 and a half 9 and and hand high, 39 here, hand high, and 29, 50, and down a hand, 30, 30, 50, hand, one, and 31, 31 and a half here, 1 half, going to be 2, and 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 3, and 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, 33, now 3, and 33, 33, and 33, 33, and 33, 33, and 33, 33, 75, now 3, 33, 33, 33, now quarter, 33 and a quarter, and now half, and 33, 50, 75, 3, 75, 3, 75, 3, 75, 33, 75, and 33 and a half, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, going to be 3, 75, and 33, 75, going to be 33, 75, now 4, and 34, 34, 34, 34 and a quarter, and 34 and a quarter, going to be 34 and a quarter, going to be 34 and a half, and 34, 75, and 34, 75, going to be 34, 75, going to be 34, 75, going to be 34, 75, and 34, 75, going to be 34, 75, going to be 34, 75. So 334 and a half, tub, 95. Thank you, Kenny. Back again. Bryce Castone's guys. Back up here at Kingfisher had a nice set of heifers earlier. He starts with a good one, too. Be 2 loads of these Castone steers. Is that you, Kenny? Hey, it's good seeing you. I thought that was you, but I just didn't know for sure. Thank you, Kenny. Yep, thank you, Kenny Bailey. See you, man. I thought that was him, but I didn't know for sure. Hey, Kenny, is your dad named Stanley? Yes, sir. You know him, Dennis? All right, him and they used to beer drinking buddies. No, he didn't. That dares it down. Thanks, Kenny. See ya. Outstanding set of 9 weights here, guys. Right there, here. Got 2 loads of them all together. Dennis, you know their dads and grandpas too now, don't you? Yep. You know the great grandpa, and I know the kids. Yep. Dennis knows the wives. Oh, Woody. Yeah, we better get something for these. One of them. Kind of like me and him. Pretty much. 335 and 35 and 35. You go out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 and 335. 5 here, 5 here, 600 and 35, 3600 and 35, 3600 here, 35, 36 here, 600 and 35, 3600, 35, 67 and 37, 7 of 8, 37 of 8, 7 of 8 down high, going to be down high here, going to be half 9 and 39 and down high, 9 here, 8 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 40 and 43, we get 40 and 40 and 40 and 43, we get 40, 50. 51 and 41, 41, 41, 41, 41 and 41 here, 41 here, 41 here, going to be 41 and 41, 31 here, 41 here, going to be 41 and 40 and 1 here, 41, 31 here, so 340 and a half, Tubby, 91X, 340 and a half. Thank you, Bryce.
Springtown, Texas.
Haley Properties, Haley Brothers. Then there's Springtown, right there, going to be Haley Brothers, guys, right there. You're going to be 3 drafts. These stairs, $4 and $5 and $4.05 and $4.05. We get 5 here. 405 and $4.05 here. 5 and 405 here. 5 here. Hayes, $4 on 7. Black again, 39, more the Haley Brothers. 355 and 55, you get 5 and 55 and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55 and 55 and 55 and 5 here, 600 and 55, 56 here, 5, 600, 55, 56, 55, 56 and 57 and 57 here, 57 and 58 here, 58, 58, 58, 9 and 9, here, 60 and 361 and 61, has a good one, 61, 61 and 61 here, 1 Bailey, 61 and 1 here, 1 Tub, 360, 75. At 31, and 31, and 30, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, have 1, and 3, 31, and 31, 2, 3, we get 3, we get 4, we get 5, going to be 5, and 34, 5, 600, and 35, 36, 7, 7, 7, 8, 9, going to be 9, we get 39, 39, 9, and 9, 39, we get 9, 40, and 40, we get 40, have 1, 2, 42, 1 half, and 2, and 42, 50, 42 and a half. Going to be 2 and a half, we get 3, and 43, 50, 43 and a half, 43 and a half, 4, and 44 here, 44 and 4 here, 44, we get 4, and 44 and 4 here, 44, so 343 and a half, Hayes 9.
Come on, boys. Walk me out.
See you, Mr. Earls. See you, Chaden. Graham. All right, guys, it's going to be 3 loads of these steers this week. Here's the first 25. Charlie Graham. Anyways, here, 65. As a good 5, has a good 5, 65. As a good 5 and 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, 65. As a good 5, has a good 5, 65. As a good 5 and 5 here, 65. As a good 5, 7 and a half, 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 750. And 67 and a half here, half here, half here. No, it's 65, 7 and a half. And 67 and a half here, turbo 365 on 75.
When was that again?
125. Guys bidding on 172 of the next cut. Charlie Graham, 172 of them.
They got a lot of gold.
Lots of gold, lots of stretch in these steers.
How old would he be, Dale? Where's Ricky's dad? I promise you.
Oh, guys, right there. Check them weights. Best weights we've seen. He's supposed to find out. Money Pot. Money Pot's trotting in, guys. Working on the Graham consignment. Check out them weights now, boys. 335 and 35. You give out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35 and 35 and 37, 42 and a half and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 43, 5 and 45, 7 here, 46 quarter and 45, 46 quarter here, 46, 7 and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 48, 9 and 9, 50 and 49, 50, and jiggy 50, 49, 51 and 51, 51, 51, 51, 51, 2 here, half and 1 and 51 here, 1 here, 1 here, going to be 51 and 51 here now 1 and 51 and a half here, 1 and 2 and 52, 2 and a half and 52 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 52, 50 and 52 and a half poke and 52 and a half here, 52, 50 and 52 and a half out and 52 and a half here, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 52 and a half here, 52, going to be out now 3, 53, 53. 53, 75, 53, now quarter, 53 and a half, 53, 50, and 53 and a half here, Tubby, 53 and a quarter, put up a number, 85, 84, 85, Tub, 85.
Paul Bert. Be 3 loads.
Nope, right there, going to be 3 pot loads of Paul Bert, Lake Creek, Texas. 4 in it. 4 loads. 4 loads. Thank you, Charlie Graham. Here are those pieces. people, Dad. No, I was asking, do you know those people right there, maybe? We got cattle here? Great. TJ. Just kind of wander around, see who's. No, I'm just messing with you. Oh, gosh. All right, guys, working on Paul Bert steers, blacks and chars, looks like.
The outside on the next 44 when you're ready.
I'd like ride around with her and her dog. $18. What's the name? Stewart. Burnett. Grenell. Grenett. How are we getting along? Well, he can't hear or see. There we go. We got our Mexican translator.
18 steers. Sean, one thing about these old cattle, if you've ever seen them once, you can tell them every time.
You can tell them every time they come in the ring whose they are, don't they? Yep, it does, don't it? They look the same every time he ships.
Hey, Coy, if you find Grenell or Grenett or something like that, you got 18 steers. You only got sickle through. Okay, thank you.
Is that it, Lynn? That's it? All right, guys. Paul Burton Company. 335 and 35. You go out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Yeah, 35, 5 here, 5, 5 here, 7.5, and 37.5, 7.40, and 42.5, 42.5, 45, 45, 47.5, 47.5, 47.5, 47.50, and 45.6. Yeah, 46, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, $8 here, 8, 9, 50, and 9 here, 1, and 50, 51 here, half 1, and 51 here, 1 half here, 1 half, 1 half, 1 half, 2, and now 2, group of two, 52, and now a half here, 52, 50, and 52 and a half, group of 2 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, 52 and a half, quarter half, and 52, 50, and 75, 52, 75, 3, and 53, 53, 53, 53 and a quarter, 53 and a quarter and a half, 53 and a half, 53, 50, and 53 and a half here, 75, and now 75, 75, 75, 75, 3, 75, and 53, 75, and 53 and a half, 75, 53, 75, 53, 75, 53, 75. Jeff's out. 53, 75 and 4, 54 and a quarter, 54 and a quarter, and 54 and a quarter, and 54 and 25 half, and 54 and a half, 54 and a half, 54 75, and 475, 475, 475, 54 75, 54 75 and 5. Now a quarter, 55 and a quarter, and 55 and a quarter, here 55 and a quarter, and 55 and a quarter, 55 and a quarter half, and 55 and a half, 55 and a half, 55, 75, and 5, 75, 5, 75, 5, 75, 5, 75, and 55, 75, 55, 75, 75, 55, 75, 55, 75. Sold them 355 and a half. Varner number 81, 801, 801. 801, yep. Be 98 more, guys.
Yeah.
It's your golfing buddy's brother. Oh, Lofty, yeah. I remember him now. He looked, yeah. Carol's dog. You're like, well, shit, yeah. Mighty pot lid. Nope.
Okay, I'll set on the next 33 when you're ready.
Hello? Oh, no. G-R-I-N-N-E-L. You got 18 sticks.
That was like this Three Stooges skit a while ago. You know it?
Okay.
Yeah, he knows. That it? There it is, guys, right there. Here, 310, 12 and a half. 10, 12 and a half. Going to be 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 12, 50, 15. 17 and a half. 17, 50, 20. And 20 and 2 and a half. Going to be 20 and 2 and a half. Going to be 22, 50. And 20, 52 and a half. Going to be 22 and a half. 1, 2. And 22, 22, 22, 22, 22, 21, 2. And 22, 1, 2. Going to be 22. And 22, 22, 21, 2. And 22, 2, 3. And 23, 3. And 2 and a half. 3. And 2 and a half. 3. And 3 and a half. And 24 here, 4 and a half here, 4 and a half, 5. 25 and 25, 5 here, 50 and 25 and about 600 and 25 and about 6 and a half here now, half 7 and 7 here, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 here, going to be 27 and 7 here, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 here, going to be 27 and 27 here, going to be 27 and 27 and 27 and 7 here, 7 here, so 326 and a half to be. Put them on number 99. X. Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
Moffet time here, Mike Treese. About 80 of these steers altogether.
Nice guy.
Right, about 80 of these steers. Nothing but wheat guys up here at Piedmont. $335 and 35. You go about 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750 and 7 and 40. You get 40 down 2. You get 40 and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 45. 45 and 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, 42 and a half, 5 and 46 and 45, 46, 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 7 and 46, 7 and 47. You get 47, 6, 7, $8. And now 9, go to 9, go to 9, go to 9, half 9. And now 9, go to 9, go to 9, go to 9, 49, 49 and a half. And now 9, go to 50, go to give half, 50, 50. Now half here, half. And 50 and a half, 1, and 51 here, 1 now half here, 1 half, 51 half, 2, and now 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, not half, and 53, and 53, 53, 53 and a half, 53 and a half, 54, 54 and a half, 54 and a half, and 54 and a half, 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 54 and a half here, poke, 354.81. Biggums here, 321, and 21, and 20, and 21, 21, 21, 20, now 1, and 321, here, 1, here, 1, here, 321, and 21, 21, 21, 21, now 1, and 320, now 2, and 21, here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4, here, 4, 5, here, 25, 600, and 25, 50, 600, and 26 and a half, here, 7, here, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 750, and now 8, here, 8 and a half, here, 8 and a half, 9, and now 9, 950, and now 9, 30, and now 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, and 330 pound, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 330, and now 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, now 30 here, Tubby, 329 and a half on 95. Last one. Got it. You bet. 355, 55, 55, 55, 55 here, 5 here, 55, and 55, and 55, and 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 51, and 51, and 50, 51, and 50, 51 here, 1 here, 1 here, 51, and 52, and 52, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 53, 52, 3, and 53, 53, 53, 53, 52, 53, now 4, and 54, 5, and 55, 5 here. 5, 55 and 55 here, 5 here, 5 here. Tubby 354.81. Just 8. Tell them thanks for us, Mike. Thank you. Think so.
That's you, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
Donald Loftus Brand.
Donald Loftus Brand. Yep, that's him. That's Grenell's right there here. 325. 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 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 and a half, 750 and 27.50 and now 30 and 30 30 there, good 30, good 30, good 30, good 32 and a half, good 2 and a half, good 2 and a half, 5 and 37.50 and half 40, 40, 41 and 41, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 46 hundred and 7, 40, hey, 9, good 9, 50 and half 59 here, 50 and 49, 50, 50, 49, 50, T, 349, 78.
More of them, Johnny.
More of the Grenells, guys. More of the Grenells. Here's more. We 10. Pretty big. Yes, sir. $3, 2.5, and $3, 2.5, and $3, you bidding 2.5, and 2.5, good 2.5, 2, got the shakes, 3, 2.5, and 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, and 7.5, $8, and down high, good 9, good 9, good 10, good 10, good 10, 11, 10, 11, 12, 11, good 12, 13, 13, 14, good 15, and 15, 16, and 16, 15, 16, and 15, 16, 15, good $16 here, Tubby. $315.99. Guys, thank y'all.
Thank you.
Tim Rother.
Oh, that's Tim.
There's Tim's, yep.
Pretty large, Tim.
He's kind of 285 and 285 half here. Good 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 87 and a half, 87.50, 87 and 90, 92 and a half, 95, 95, 95, 97, 97, good 3 and 2 and a half, and 2 and a half, good 2 and a half, 5 and 3, 5, good 6 and a half, 6 and 3, 5, 6, 7, and 7, 7, 8, 9, good 9, 9, 309, 8 and 9 here, 9, 9 here, 309, 8 9, 9 here, $9, 9 here, Tubby 99, 308. No, I've got 41 head of the Vilhowers. Vilhower, low.
This guy runs nice cattle.
Nice cattle, Mr. Vilhower. Another set of good black Angus cattle. Just keep running in.
Super nice. Genetic.
$325, 25 and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, and 25, 5 here, 5 here, 600, and 26, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8 there, 9, 9, 30, and 1, and 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 1, 2, 2, and 31, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 33, 33, 33, 33, 4, and 33, 34, 33, 34, 33, half, and 33, 50, half here, going to be 33 and a half, and 33 and a half here, half here, bit of a half, and 33 and a half here, half here. Sold 333. Put them on Tubby on number 95. Is that you guys? Thank y'all.
Thank you. Nice guy. McMillan.
McMillan right there here. Grazers here. Weaned October here. 2 rounds and 4 and a half 5 and 405 and 405 here. 505 here. Here going to be 4 and a half 5 and 405 and 405 here. 5 here. 5 here. Going to be 405 and down 10 here. 410 15 and 15 here. 410 15 and 15 here. 410 15 here. Poke 410 601 69. We'll yard them out. 1 Hereford. Be 22 more than McMillan's guys. I like this man's cattle pretty well. Robert Lee. 325, 25, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 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 and a half, 750, 27 and a half here, 50, and now 30, and 32 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and a half, 37 and 37 and 37, 50, and 37 and 40, and 40, 40, 40, 41, and 41, 41, 41, you're out, 41, 41, 41, 41, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, 41, 2, and 41, 2, 2, 3, and 43, 3, and 4, 4, 44, 44, 43, 4, and 44, 4, 4, top 343 on 9. Mark Fratessa. Cattle guys, going to be 2 drafts of these steers, and their green guys are good black steers. $4 and 5, and 4 and 5, $5, $5, $5, $4 down 2 and a half, and 402 and a half, and 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 402 50, and 42 and a half here, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 2 and a half, going to be 402 and a half, guys. I'm gone, and 2 and a half, 5, and 4 5, 5, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 10, going to be 410, going to be 410, 1250, and 10, 12 and 5, going to be 10 and 12 and 5, going to be 10 and 12 and 5, going to be 10, 12, 50, now 15, 415. 415 and 15 and 12 and a half, 15 and 12 and a half, 15, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 17 and a half, 20 and down 20, 420 and 20 20 20 20 here. Dennis 417 and a half on 7. Big brothers here, 25, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 27 and a half, 7 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 and a half, 750, and 27 and a half here, 30, and then 30 and 2 and a half, and 30, 2 and a half, 35 here, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, and 35 here, 5 and 5 here, going to be 35, and 35 and 5 here, 5 here, 5 here, Tubby, 332 and a half on number 91. Crippled. Here comes the 4D Hughes. These guys start with a really good one. Cattle been up there at Pedmont. Been on wheat all winter long, guys. Be 55 of them.
Flip. Okay.
$3.10 and 10 11 and 310 11 310 11 310 11 13 11 and 310 11 10 10 11 11 11 12 and 12 13 13 14 14 15 and 50 50 15 16 and 17 17 17 17 18 18 19 19 20 1 and 21 21 21 2 1 2 and 21 2 and 21 2 21 2 21 2 21 2 21 2 and 22 1 2 going to be 21 2 and 21 2 1 2 going to be 21 2 and 21 2 Tubby 321 95. Thank you to the Hughes.
Yeah, it was a nice deal.
Nice deal.
Up here at Hitchcock now.
Let's go to Hitchcock. Be the Hanson kind of guys. Be 54 these stairs.
Super nice. Well, they're green too now.
Okay, split grass is 54. I have 27 in the ring.
Hey, let's go. Let's go, Steve.
There's some green 850 weight steers, guys, if I've seen all day. 335 and 35. You go out 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 35, 37 and 37, 50 and 37 and a half here. 40, 40, we get 2 and a half, we get 2 and a half, 5 and 45, 45, 47 and a half, 47 and 47 and 50 and half 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, we get 50, 50 now and 9 and now 9, 49 and now 9, 39, we get 50 and now 50, we get 50, we get 50 now, 50 now 50 and 350, we get 350, we get 350 now, 50 now 1 and 51, 51, 2. And 51 2, 51 2, 51 2, 51 2, 52, and 52, 2, half 2, and now 2, go to 2, now 2, 52, and 52, 1 half, go to 2 top, you're at 52, and 52, 1 half, 52, 1 half, go to 2. Bailey, 350, 1 half, 81. Here's the Burns family. We got 4 or 5, 3 drafts of the Burns, 54 the first cut.
Okay, this is going to be a split grass of 54. I should have 27 in the ring.
You gonna drive it in the garage again? I'm gonna let him drive it in the garage again. Probably, yeah.
Chase Burns, guys, home raised steers down there down in Darko, Fort Cobb area. 25, yeah, 25, and 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 5, yeah, 25, 5 here, 5, yeah, 25, 5 here, 5 here, 7 and a half, yeah, 750, 7 and a half, 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 30, not 30, and 32 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 35, and 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 37 and a half, 35, 600, and 36, 7, and 37, and 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 39, 40, 40, and now 1, and 41, 41, 41, 2, 42, 41, 2, and 42, 1, 2, 2, and 41, 2, tub, 341 on 9. Well, Granger's here, 365. Has it get high, has it get about 70, and 365, 70, Vita get 70, Vita get 70, 370, and 3.5, 70, Vita get 70, Vita get 70, you're going to be 70, Vita get 70, you're going to be 70, now 5, 375, 375, 80, and 385, 85, and 85, and 90, Vita get 3, 90, Vita get 3, 90 here, 395, now 4, 95, Vita get 4, you're out of line, 95, Vita get 4, 95, Vita get 4, and 95, Vita get 4, and 95, Vita get 4, we're going to be 95, Vita get 4. Who bid? Dennis, you bid 4, 2.5, 5. Hayes, 402.5, 7.
Garnell. Still ain't got it right.
I couldn't read it. Grenell. He married a lawful girl. Hey,
Yeah, we sold them.
no. What you need, Wayne? Just average them off.
Here's 3 big steers.
Drive it home. Drive it in the garage. Yep.
250. 255, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 55, 255, 60, 5, and now 70, 5, and 75, give 80, 5, 90, 85, 90, 85, 90, 85, 90, yeah, Bryce, 80, 90, 85, 90, 85, 90, 85, 90, 85, 90, poke, 285, 85.
Okay, we'll see if we can drive this thing in the garage. What you got coming, Bill?
I think this is, I'm not sure. The Rennies down in Raleigh or whatever.
Raleigh, Texas. It'll be 55 of these cattle, guys.
Good summertime. Good, nice,
The Raleigh cattle right there, folks.
good weight.
Good weights and good cattle again, all day long. Really good weights.
Hello? Tubby had several breads on his 19axis. You know anything about that?
Folks are nice set of steers, guys, down at Raleigh, Texas.
He wants to keep them.
Raleigh, Texas, somewhere like that. Nice steers. Nice steers right there, boys. Good ones. Hey, they're going to have 3 1/4 and 325. They're going to have 25, 25, 25, 7 1/2. They're going to have 7 1/2. They're going to get 30 and 30. They're going to get 32. They're going to get 2, 4. They're going to have 34, 34, 35 and 35, 6 $6. They're going to have 7. They're going to get 7. They're going to get 37. They're going to get 7 at 36 now. 7. They're going to get 36, 7 at 36, 7. They're going to have 7 a mile, but they get 7 at 36 now. 7. They're going to get 7. They're going to have 7 at 7. They're going to get 7. They're going to get 7. Top deal. 9. 91. Okay. Angus. Weatherford, Texas. Really nice right here, guys. Pearson cattle, Weatherford, Texas. Angus cattle, not much in them or on them. Really nice set right here now. 350 at 350. They're going to 2.5 at 350. They're going to 2.5. They're going to 2.5. They're going to 5 at 57.5. They're going to 57.5. They're going to 60 at 2.5. They're going to 2.5. They're going to 2.5 at 57.5. They're going to 7.5. They're going to 7.5. 70 at 372.5. 5 at 75. 7.5. They're going to 7.5 at 377.5. 80. You get 80 here. 2.5. 82.5. They're going to 382.5. They're going to 82.5 at 380. They're going to 2.5. 82.5. 82.5 at 80. We're going to 2.5. 82.5. 82.5. 82.5. Var 380. Put up a number 77. Where we going, Bill?
We're down to Smithville, Oklahoma.
Smithville.
I sure like these cattle, yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Conditions burn. They're 120 days of wean. Had 2 rounds of shot.
120 days weaned, 2 rounds of everything, guys.
They need to go back out right here.
Really nice set, boys, out of Smithville. Smithville. Mr. Smith's cattle from Smithville. Named the town after him.
Condition.
Good ones right here now. They're get 340 and 340. They're get 2.5. They're get 340. They're get 2.5. They're get 42.5. Out the gate 2.5. 340. 2.5. 45. 47.5. 50 and 52.5. They're get 2.5. They're get 5. They're get 7.5 and 60. They're get 3. 62. They're get 2. They're get 2. They're get 4 and 4. They're get 60. They're get 66. 64. 66. And they're get 364. 66. 5. 600 and 5. 6. 366. 66 and 367 and 7. 8 and 68. To give 800, to give 8, to give 800, to give 8, to give 800, to give 8, at 7, 8, would give 8, would give 8, top deal, 367, number 75. Pretty good cattle.
Sold all those sterling heifers here.
Oh, yeah, that's sterling. I like them heifers. Had very little flesh on them. The sterling cattle, guys. Right there, Terry, to get out working for you guys here now. To get out 240, to get 340, at 340, to get out 2.5, at 340, to get out 2.5, to get 2.5, 45, 45, 45, 45, and 42.5. Jaw bid 5 here, 5 there, to get 5, at 600, to get out 47, to get 48, at 49, to get 50, at 351, to get 2, to get 2, 3, to get 3, 4, to get 4, 5, at 55, 600, to get 7, to get 7, to get 7, 56, 7, at 356, now 7, 8, at 58, to get 9, and 9. To get 59, 60 at 360 to 1 and $1 to get out 1 of mine, but a 1s, 81s, 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 81 var 360, 71x, 81x, 81x. Hafters. Orlando had the heifers earlier. The Hafners, did you say express bread? Now Garner's up there. Nice steers right there, folks, right there. Hafters. I to get 350, at 2.5, I to get 2.5, 5, I to get 55, I to get 5, I to get 5, I to get 5, at 350, 2.5, I to get 5, I to get 5, 7.5, 60, at 60, I to get 2, I to get 2, 4, I to get 6, I to get 4, and 6, I to get 67, and 7, I to get 7, 8, I to get 68, 9, and 70, I to get 3, 71, and 72, I to get 72, 3, I to get 3, 4, at 74, 5, I to get 5, 6, 76, 75, 600, at 375, 76, 75, 7600, 600, 73, 75, number 75. Some more of them? Nope. Yep. Here's some more, folks. I didn't see that. Be 50. 59 more of them, guys. Split draft. Folks, I guess Express did a pretty good job, didn't they? Yep, pretty good blood. Pretty good blood. Pretty good blood, the Hafners. $3, 2.5. $3 bill, 2.5. $3. You're to get 2.5 at $3 now, 2.5. To get 2.5. To get $3 bill, 2.5. To get 2.5 at $3. You're to get 3. You're to get 3. You're to get 3. You're to get 3. Oh, 2.5. 5 at 5. To get $6. You're to get 7. You're to get 7. You're to get 8 at 3, 8, 9. You're to get 9 here, 9, 10. You're to get 10, 11, 11, 11, 12. Now 3, 12, 13 at 13, 14. You're to get 14. You're to get 15. You're to get $15 at 3, 14, 15. You're to get 14, 15 at 14. You're to get 15. You're to get 14. You're to get 15 and 15. To get 15, to get 15, that's up 3, 14, 99. Okay, what are we going to? Yeah, Bill. Rosebud. That'll work. That'll work.
Three loads of these steers.
There'll be 3 loads of these cattle guys sorted up now.
We got dry down there too.
Yeah, I got dry.
Andy,
How many?
Coker cattle. Coker.
Be 105 of these cattle guys. 105 in this draft. 52 in the first offering. Yeah, it got dry down there. They got good stock too, boys. Look at the quality here, folks. Look at the quality, guys. 3 loads of it all. Like I said, cattle guys, love the condition.
Look at the weight.
Predominantly black, few shars crossed in there, black nose shars. Great weights. Great cattle. 375, 80, at 375, at 80, at 5, at 385, at 5 here, 5 there, at 5, at 380 now, 5, at 5 there, at 5, at 5, anybody else? And 385, 90, and 392, 92, 92, 94, 96, and 96 $8, 98, 4, enter to get $4 now 2, and 402, 404, enter to get 404, enter to get 404, and 402, 46, here, enter to get 406, 8, and 408, enter to get $8, to give 8, to give 8, to give 8, to get 10, enter to get 10, 10, and 10, 12, and 412, and 12, and 12, and get 12, and get 12, and 412, 14, enter to get 14, enter to get 16, and 416, enter to get 16, enter to get 16, enter to get 16, 414, 16, 18, and 418, 418, and 16, 18. Wait on him, wait on you. 418, 416, 418, 18. They're to give 18 to 416. Thank you. 65 more of them. Oats froze out.
They'd explode if you gave them something to eat.
Give him something to eat, guys. You won't know them. There'll be 65 in this draft, folks. They are nice. Coker cattle, folks. Bob. Stick out set, guys, right here now. Don't wait.
Best condition of the day.
Yeah, all day long. Don't wait till next week, guys. This thing may not be near as many of them around, guys. We're going to run out of them quickly at 360 and 2.5. Better get at 2.5. Better get at 2.5. Better get 360. Better get 2.5 and 2.5. Better get 5. Better get 7.5. Better get 7 to 70 at 370. Better get 70. 2.5 at 70. 2.5. 75. Better get 7.5. Better get 7.5. 80 at 380. Better give 80. Better give 80. Better give 80. Better give 80. Better give 80 at 377.5. You'll give 80 at 380. Better give 80. 89, 9, 79, 80 at 381. Better give 81. Better give 81, 2, 82. Better give 82, 81, 82, 81, 82, 81, 2 at 381, 82, 81, 82, 81, 82, 82. Bar 381, 75, 71, 751. Thanks, Cokers. We appreciate you guys.
Need mail here.
Need mail right there. Peter? Okay. I didn't get it. Where's it from? Texarkana, guys. I mean, 3 drafts up from Texarkana. I entered at 360. At 360, entered at 2.5. Entered at 2.5. Entered at 5. Entered at 7.5. And now 70. At 370, 2.5. Entered at 5. Entered at 7.5. Entered at 80. And 80, 2.5. 82.5. 5. 85, 7.5. 90, 390, 2.5. And 95. Entered at 97.5. Entered at 97.5. At 395, 97.5. 4. At $4 here. 4. Entered at 2.5. Entered at 2.5. At 405. Entered at shot. 405 drew you out. 405 7.5 and 7.5. Better get 405 7.5 10 and 10. Better get 407.5 8 now 10 and 10 12 and 412. Better get 12 14. Better get 14 16. Better get 16 18. Better get 18 18. Better get 418 18 20 and 420. Better get 20. Better get 20. 418 20 and 20. Better get 20. Dennis 418. Put him on number 7. Number 7. He getting used to it. He's getting used to it. All right, here's some more in a minute. One of them cattle out of Texarkana. Little cattle right there from Texarkana. Enter to get at 340. At 340, enter to get at 2.5. Enter to get 340, 2.5, 5. Enter to get 7.5, 50. At 52, enter to get 4. Enter to get at 4.6 here. 8, 58, 60. Enter to get 2. Enter to get 2. Enter to get 4. Enter to get 4.6 here. Enter to get 66, 8. At 70, enter to get 370. Enter to get 70. Enter to get 370. And 71. And 71. Enter to get 370. $1 and $1 to get at 70. $1 to get at 1 pound, but a 171. 71. So 370. W number 75. Some more of them, folks. Texarkana, Texas. Right on both of you. Well, the weight's really good on said cattle, guys. Texarkana, Texas. 3 1/4 at 325. Better get at 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Better get at 325. New weighmaster. John broke it. 325 at 325. Better get at 25, 25, 7.5. Better get at 7.5, 30 and 32.5, 32.5, 37.5, 40. You get 40 and 7.5, 337.5 and 35, 7.5. Better get 7.5 and 7.5. Better get 7.5. Did you? And 7.5. Better get 7.5. Better get 7 and 335. Number 7, 8. Number 8. Let's go to Clara. John, I like this heifers. Colton Meshberger.
Tell him thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, bud. Here's a nice set of steers right here, folks. Calera, enter to get a 287 and a half, 90, and 287 and a half, and 90, enter to get 292 and a half, enter to get 92 and a half, and 95, enter to get 3, enter to get $3.02 and a half, enter to get 2 and a half, at 302 and a half, 5, enter to get 305, 7 and a half, 10, and 10, enter to get 12 and a half, 15, and 15, 17 and a half, 20, enter to get 20, enter to get 22 and a half, at 322 and a half, at 322 and a half, at 322 and a half, now 5, at 327 and a half, at 327 and a half, 30, and 30 to get 32 and a half, at 332 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 332 and a half, at 2 and a half here, 2 and a half, so 330, put on number 85, 95 on top. Five Tigers. Heifers. Pretty good boys right there down there to get $3, 2 and a half, at $3 bill, 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get $3, 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, at 302 and a half, 5, to get 7 and a half, to get 7 and a half, to get 10, at 12 and a half, to get 12, 15, to get 15, to get 312 and a half, 15, and 312 and a half, to get 15, to get 15, to get 15, and 15, to get 15, to get so 312 and a half, put on the tub, 8. Terry, I miss you. I remember a time. Thank you, Tom.
Just got him coming here. So.
Really? Thank you, TJ. Williams cattle, folks. Williams cattle. These cattle are all out of Barber bulls. They're one raised the cattle. They've had the virus shield 6, Vision 7. Barvac Gold in the, what's this? In force. Vista 1 is wormed twice. Set of cattle right there, folks, from down there at Ron, Texas. Pretty good stock, guys. Pretty good stock right there. And all that work's been done at 335, at 335, at 35, 35, 35, 7 and a half, at 40, at 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 5, at 7 and a half, at 7 and a half, at 345, 6, 7, at 8, at 48, 48, 48, at 347, at 8, at 8, 9, at 9, 50, at 350, at 50, at 50, at 50, so 349, 81, just 1, just 8. Same story, guys. Good big steers off of them. All born and raised together. There is one set of good big hounds right there, Antonio. Pretty. At $3, 2 and a half. At $3 bill, 2 and a half. At 2 and a half. At 2 and a half. At 2 and a half. 5. At 305, 7 and a half. 10. And 10, 12 and a half. 15. At 15, 17 and a half. At 20. At 320. At 22 and a half. At 2 and a half. At 322 and a half. At 322 and a half. At 322 and a half. 322 and a half. And a half here to be 320. Put them on number 95. 95. We got more of them, guys. More of the Williamses. More Tigers. Now you know where that yellow big ear steers come from. Terry Bomack, do it again. 99 on the last one. 99 on the last one. Did you get a chance? Did you get it done? Brindle Bollies. $3, 2.5, $3 bill, 2.5, and 302.5, very good, 2.5, very good, 5, very good, 7.5, 10, and 10, 12.5, 15, very good, 15, 17.5, very good, 17.5, and 16, very good, 15, very good, 16, very good, 16, very good, 16, and 315, 16, Tubby, 315, number 8. Thank you to the Williams family. Let's go to Mineral Wells. Tolson cattle down at Mineral Wells, folks. They've been weaned for over 120 days. They've been running on short wheat, Mineral Wells, Texas. And they are green, and they are long time weaned. And 350, and 2.5, very good, 2.5, very good, 350, 2.5, very good, 2.5, very good, 5, very good, 5, very good, 5, and 55, very good, 2.5, 350, 2.5, and 5, 7.5, very good, 60, and 2.5, very good, 5, very good, 7.5, very good, 70, and 2.5, very good, 5, very good, 75, and 370, 2.5, 370, 2.5, and 372 and a half. You'll get 5, very good, 5, very good, 5, type deal at 372 and a half. Do it again one time. 75, number 75 got them. Here comes 15 more of them. Same cattle, folks. All that work's been done. They've been weaned for 4 months. Over 4 months, guys, right here. They're to get 340 at 340. They're to get 2.5. They're to get 340, 2.5 at 340. They're to get 40. 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 They're to get 2 at 342. They're to get 42. They're to get 42. They're to get 42 and 2. Here's up 340. Put up a number 85. $11 more of them, Antonio. $11 more of the Tolson cattle. Mineral Wells. You don't go out and give them a lesson, Gary? Huh? Get on out there. Don't let the door hit you. Don't let the door hit you. Here's a good set of crossbred steers off that deal, folks. Mineral Wells, short wheat, and all that work's done. All the work's done. 3 1/4 at 325. Very good. 25, 25, 25, 7.5. Very good. 7 at 30. At 30, very good. 2.5. Very good. 330, 2.5. Very good. 2.5 at 330, 2.5. 330. Very good. 2.5 at 330. Very good. 2.5. Very good. 2.5. Very good. 2.5 at 2.5 here. Very good. Up 330. Put on number 8. Thanks, Holsons. Let's go to Creoles. Be about a load of these steers the next 2 drafts, 2 or 3 drafts. What? 81, I'm sorry. Creole cattle, 30 of them. 30 had a little old light weight. Had the heifers earlier, I believe. Had the heifers earlier. The Creoles, little handy weights. Little handy weights right here now. They're get 375 at 375. Very good, very good, very good, very good, very good, 75 at 375, 80 at 380. They're give 80. They're give 80. They're give 80. They're give 80. They're give 80 at 375, 80 here, 80 there. They're get 5, 85, 90. They're get 90. They're get 90, 85, 7.5, 87.5, 85, 790 and 390, 2.5, 5 at 95. They're get 97.5. They're get 97.5 at 395, 97.5 at 7.5. They're get 7.5. Better get up 395, 55. $24 more of them, folks. Jesse, Anybody check down there? Nobody? Maybe they can find something to eat. Here's same cattle, guys, same good condition. Creole cattle. 350 and 350 to get 2.5, to get 2.5, to get 350, 2.5, at 350 to get 2.5, to get 2.5, to get 2.5, to get 2.5, outside 2.5, at 350 to get 2.5, to get 2.5, at 350, 2.5, to get 5, at 5, 600 to get 7, to get 58, to get 59, at 60 to get 360, to get 60, tub 359, number 75. Bail that, Tom. There's some little grazers. Marsh cattle, guys. Down to Duncan, Oklahoma. Long weaned. Down to Duncan right here now. 385 at 385. 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 385, 90 at 390. 90, 90, 90, 85. You're 90, Betterman 90, Betterman 90. Behind here, 390, 5 at 395, 7.5, 97.5. Internet shots 40 and 40. To get 40 to get out me. $4. $4. You're get $4. 402.5. 402.5. Rice 402.5 and 5 and 405. To get 402.5. 405. 405. 405 and 5. To get that. So 402.5 Rice. 402.50 Rice. Here's same condition, guys. Same condition. 365 at 365. At 5. At 5. At 5. At 65. At 5. 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 At 7.5. At 7.5. At 70. At 72.5. At 2.5. 5. At 77.5. At 77.5. At 377.5. You got one or two here. 377.5 here. At 7.5 Rice. 375 Rice. 77. Here's a Scott cattle. More tigers. Got a load of tigers right today. Right there at 330. At 330. At 3 1/4. 30. To get at 30. To get 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 40. At 35. 40. To get 45. To get 50. At 355. To get 55. To get 5. To get 5. To get 5. 60. At 365. To get 70. At 370. To get 70. To get 75. At 375. 80. At 385. To get 585. 85. Rush out 85. At 385. To get 5. To get 5. To get 90. At 390. To get 90, over to get Bryce, 385, Bryce, 385.
One big line tiger.
Big.
I think it was a big bear.
Big bear. He messed around up a year or two. $1.50, $1.50, $1.60, $1.60, $1.65, $1.70, $5.80, at 80, 180, 180, 175, 80, 180, 180, at 175, but I give 80, but I give 80, but I give 80, 180. Sold 175, put on Ricardo. Make a hole in the trailer. Don't let him step through that trailer. That's the only odds you got, Jason. Singles on the Maxwell cattle. Singles on the Maxwell cattle. At 350, at 355, at 55, 60, at 70, at 80, at 380, at 385, at 85, at 85, at 85, 85, at 385, rush out 85, at 85, at 85, at 85, at 385, at 85, there, at 85, at 85, at 85, 5, so 380, VAR 99. Another single. Another single, they're going to have 3 1/4 at 325, they're going to have 25, 25, 25, 25, they're going to have 325 at 325, they're going to have 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 at 325, they're going to have 25, they're going to get 25, they're going to get 5 and 5 sold up on a Ricardo 325. No, Ricardo 325. 325 Ricardo. New deal? No, still got another one. Got a brother. He is bigger out there at $3, 2.5 at 302.5. They're gonna 2.5. They're gonna 2.5 out the gate 2.5, 302.5, 5 at 305, 7.5. They're gonna 7.5, 10 and 12.5. They're gonna 15. They're gonna 70.5, 20 and 322.5, 5 and 27.5, 30 and 2.5, 5, 335. They're gonna 5. They're gonna Bryce 332.5. Bryce 77. Landreth cattle, bull. He's a bull right there now. $3 at 2.5 at 302.5. Better get 2.5. Better get $3 bill 2.5. Better get 2.5 at $3. Better get 3. Better get 3. Better get 3 now. 2.5 at 302.5. Here 2.5 there. Better get 5 and 5. Better get 7.5. Better get 7 at 10 and 10 12.5. Better get 12.5. Better get 3 12.5 at 3 10 12.5. Better get 10 12.5. So 310 var 18x. Good. Two ladies. Little light ones off a whole big string of cattle today, guys. Only 2 ladies on the whole load right there. Is right. 375 at 375. Better get 5. Better get 5. Better get 5. Better get 5. 375. Better get 5 there. Better get 5. Better get 5. Better get 5 at 75. Better get 50 at 350. Better get 5. Better get 55. Better get 5. Better get 5. Better get 5. Better get 5 and 5. Better get 355. George 350. George 6. Prague. This was supposed to have a lump, is that right? Oh, new deal? Okay. Supposed to be 2 crips. A heifer with a lump. Where's the lump? Underneath her eyes. Yep. You ever had that happen to you? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ice game. 250 at 250. It'll get 60. It'll get 70. It'll get 80. It'll get 280. It'll get 80 at 80. You're out, Anton. 280. It'll get 270. 80 at 270. 80. It'll get 280. It'll get 80. It'll get 80. So 270 var 72. Lame. 250 at 250. It'll get 50. It'll get 250 at 250. 60. It'll get as it get. It'll get as it get. It'll get 250. 260 at 250. It'll get 60 at 250. 60. It'll get as it get. It'll get as it get. It'll get as it get at 250. It'll get 50. It'll get 250. It'll get 50. 2 10 12 212. Terry 210 9. Mail that home. How much, Anton? Dollar bill, 2.5 and 100. It'll get 2.5 at 7.5, 10. It'll get 15. It'll get 20. It'll get 120 at 170.5, 20 and 2.5, 120, 2.5, 120, 2.5 at 120. It'll get 2.5, 120, 2.5 and 2.5 here of our 120. 101. You didn't last long, Antone. It's pretty good at $1 though, wasn't it? She pregnant? $1. 2.5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50. Antone, $1.45. She's pretty full, Antone. What do you say?
Yeah, oh, yeah, like that whole small?
It's excellent day for the many cattle. It's only 3:30. We can say another 5,000 easy today.
Well, sure.
Está little rain steer, but we can steer it.
Cripple steer.
David Size,
W99. Off of who?
Size,
Zizek. Jace. T. Leave. George. POA.
Okay, they're gonna go ahead and steal this one.
MK cattle. NK POA. Put them right together.
Black Baldy off of Barter 751.
Varner 751. Put him back on.
They said put this one back on.
Whose were they? Coker. Bar 67. Red off the T81. Sell him right there now. They're to get at 350. At 350, they're to get 50. They're to get 50. At 350, they're to get 50 to buy. They're to get 50. They're to get 50. They're to get 50. At 350, they're to get 50. They're to get 50. They're to get Varner 350. Put him on number. $81X.
Garner 81. Garner 67 with a lump on his jaw. Yeah. It's off of Joe's back.
Dollar bill 10, 120, 140, 160, 180, $2, 220, 240, 260, 280, 280, 280. Ricardo 260. Fink Farms, George. What? George.
Triples off of Fink.
Kill 'em. Put them right with them. Get a little bottle of them.
Okay, they're going to seal these and they can take them for us.
Varner 83.
Is that for a feather too?
Ricky Earls, Crooked Head. Put him on OKC West. Okay, George. Put him right there in that same pen. Try to get him in the middle next week, George. 1 by 8, Alan, do you want her? I'll liable to get a lot more than what she cost. $3. $3.10, 20, 30, 3.30, 40, 3.40, 3.40, 50, 3.50 a pound, 3.50. Terry, 3.40, 4. I don't know what she got.
Okay.
He did. He did. What story?
We're at Michelle Roush.
Michelle Roush. Who was it? Hayes? Haynes. 17X. 1 by 7 and 1 by 5. $3. $3 bill, 2.5. 302.5. 302.5. Sold $3 Ricardo. Straight. Next week, guys.